All right. I got to go to the sports side for a second because most of us respect Russell Westbrook. He's the homie, right? In the sports world. We always like the way he carried himself. Obviously, he's one of the greatest point guards of all time. Mr. Triple Double. He claimed that title, right? So you got to give him his props. And to see that during the offseason, he wasn't getting signed. The last picture that I put on my Instagram, as a matter of fact, um, was a shout out to Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? When I went on vacation last weekend and I packed my clothes, what I was going to bring with me, I purposefully packed a Russell Westbrook Thunder jersey, right? I felt like it was a cool thing to wear because at the time he was not picked up by a team, and there was people going around doing interviews talking about it. Other his peer players, people like Carmelo Anthony, saying like, "Yo, this is wrong. He might be getting blackballed." You know, Carmelo felt like he went through that at the time, and we're looking at it like Russell Westbrook is still Russell Westbrook. Like he's not the Thunder Russell Westbrook, but he's still athletic. He's healthy. You know, he's still impactful on the team. Like, why wouldn't some team in the league want him? You know, I'm not going all the way to some level of like Colin Kaepernick. Like, we know what was really behind that. But did Russell Westbrook have something attached to him that made teams stay away that long? Now, eventually he got picked up by the Kings. So shout out to him. But you don't realize how much there'd be politics. Like, we're going to do a little bit of battle rap politics coming up later in the stream. Politics is in everything. Politics comes in a form of unions, people unioning together. Like, look at the Shador Sanders thing, what they said was happening with his situation. Deion Sanders' son. Okay, look at Colin Kaepernick. That's another example. Look at a battle rapper where if every league is against you, you're done. If every league don't want to book you, you're done. Right? LeBron is that type of person. In matter of fact, let me use one more battle rap example. Remember Surf when he was arguing and he was getting at Averb and Yoshi G. He was trying to flex the power of him in a LeBron type of chair when he said, I'm gonna tell you right now, URL, if you book Yoshi or Averb, I'm going to RBE. Right. And then I did a video and said, you can't come over here because I'm the head of this chair over here. So now what are you going to do? Remember that video, y'all? But he was flexing a LeBron type of power. Okay. It just so happens that I don't align with what URL does and URL doesn't align with what we do. That's not necessarily the case with a LeBron in the NBA, though. Okay. People will follow suit. When Rich Paul puts the message out there to all these other agents saying, nobody touch Bronny, we're going to pick him up in the fifth round of the draft to the Lakers. You think somebody else would have wanted to have Bronny on their team? I'm not saying necessarily for the talent, but even the spectacle, because it all leads back to a dollar. It's all about putting asses in the seats. And having Bronny on your team, it's still a spectacle, especially the rookie year. It's still a spectacle. And that means LeBron will be in the stands. People want that. Teams want that. You got little small city attractive teams. You think they don't want LeBron popping up tonight? Their ticket prices will go up. That's a fact. That's how this shit goes. But anyway, staying in with all that tie-in and background to how politics really impact behind the scenes, Russell Westbrook reportedly grew tired of LeBron's fake behavior during their time in LA. Westbrook saw LeBron act in ways that didn't feel real, saying The Godfather was his favorite movie, but not knowing any lines, carrying Malcolm X's book without reading it, and even claiming he predicted Kobe's 81-point game. It made Russ see him as inauthentic. Now, we all seen some of those viral videos. You know how in the NBA, before tip-off, all the players from the opposing teams, they shake hands, center of the court. You see somebody like Westbrook, though, you know, after he left the Lakers, he stands all the way at the end of the court while LeBron comes out and he's shaking everybody's hand. He's all the way at the end. Like, I don't want to shake your hand. And me personally, I respect that shit because if you feel like, yo, y'all don't know what this nigga be on. I know y'all all love him, but he's got some shit to him. I'm cool. I'm like that. I don't just concede and be like, well, since everybody else loves him, I gotta love him too. If I know you foul or you got some fuck shit to you that I feel like I don't want to stand next to, it's okay in this world to pull a Russell Westbrook. But when you pull a Russell Westbrook, you become the black sheep. And when you're the black sheep, it may take last minute to even get picked up on a team. All right. You got to see how I'm bringing this all full circle. So I didn't like to see this. It's not a conspiracy. I think there could be some truth to it. LeBron quietly pushed for a reunion with Kyrie Irving, a move that would have required trading Westbrook despite publicly denying it. LeBron has those accusations around him like that too. Looking in your face, telling you, I ain't got nothing to do with the team's decisions. I'm this, I'm that, or whatever, and going back to behind your back to the owners and saying, move him, do this, get him rid of him. And if you play on the Lake, or you play on any team that he's on, the Heat, Cleveland Cavaliers, the Los Angeles Lakers, you have to capitulate to him. And I know it's not comfortable for most players. The only person that I think doesn't have to capitulate to him at this point across his entire career, Luka. Are we forgetting that he was into it with Kyrie after their separation? And Kyrie, like, he wanted Kyrie on his teams at times. He even wanted him to never leave Cleveland. But there was times where Kyrie was out there like, nah, I'm good on him. And then he kind of came back around later on and cleaned that up around the time, ironically, where Kyrie's whole image was getting cleaned up. But Kyrie kind of allowed himself to reconcile with LeBron, right? And everybody that you, even a superstar like Kyrie, they could, AD, well, what just happened to him? He got shipped out. Remember the tweets? People saying, LeBron, you had something to do with AD's move. LeBron even came to Twitter on his own to respond to critics saying, y'all are some goddamn liars. I have nothing to do with AD being traded. I wonder what AD would say about that, though. I wonder. The only person to not have to capitulate to this man, LeBron James, across his entire career is probably D Wade when he first got to Miami, when it was still D Wade's team, before D Wade himself said, here's the team, I'm giving it to you. This is how we're going to win in our year 2. And fast forward, Luka. Everybody else got to be under his thumb. I don't really fuck with Stephen A. Smith. You know what I'm saying? As tough as, you know what I mean? Stephen A. Smith got his own shit to him, what I'm kind of cool on. But Stephen A. Smith ain't wrong about LeBron in many ways. Am I breaking this down for y'all or not? All right. But LeBron is the most honest person in the world. Okay. I'll have some fun with it, you know, just for the sake of the stream. Let's do it.
Thanks. How many books have you read this year?
Oh, that's a great question. I would say this is my 23rd book this year.
I had one coach, and he used to say, put yourself in situations where you're not comfortable.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite saying. That's my favorite saying. And if you were not in a bubble, you don't quite understand it. This is literally out of your whole comfort zone.
No family, no
family. I didn't see my family for 8.5 weeks in my room. Literally seeing the walls like this, like The Shining,
just blood
coming down my walls.
Just overall, your thoughts on life inside the bubble right now?
It's all good, mate. Let's be clear, mate. This is not Syria, mate. You know what I mean? Like it's not that hard. It's not that difficult, mate. You know what I mean? We're living in a bloody resort.
I watched the whole game. I seen the whole game. I was at home watching the game, and you know. I said he was going to, before the game even started, when I seen, I said he was probably going to score 70 tonight. I don't know what made me say that. And my friends was with me and they was like, okay. So when he got to like 70, I was like, well, he might as well go for 80 now. So, I mean, I'm a fan of the game. And to see that performance was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It was unbelievable to all of us. LeBron, I ain't letting you walk off that fast, man. We're going to move on in a second, but now we're not done.
When he was like 5 or 6 years old, I just told him in the locker room before we came out, and he did something. He had grabbed the rebound and like drove, coast to coast through the lane, through a couple of the other kids, and like laid it up and had a little trot back. And I looked over at his mom, and I was like, oh, he's special. Like, he's special. She was like, what? He's 5 years old. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I've seen this before.
I f with Bron. I f with that whole moment. Only thing I didn't feel, I was like, he said when he was like 5 years old, he seen it and was like, yeah, he going to the league. Like, stop. I love y'all to death, bro. I love y'all whole family, but bro.
What made that official for me, that statement, is his son looking like, oh, shit.
like I wasn't even best on the team.
When he was like 5 or 6 years old, I just told him in the locker room before we came out, and he had did something. He had grabbed.
Yeah, LeBron. One more. You lying bastard.
Why we're the number 6?
Oh, shit.
It's multiple reasons. One, because 23 is one of my favorite numbers as well. So
We know that.
You know,
We
2
know
times
that.
3 is 6. Also, my first son is October 6th, the 6th day of October, and my youngest son is June 14th, the 6th month of the year. So, you know, 6 has always been, you know, with me.
I watched the whole game. I seen the whole game. I was at home watching the game, and you know, I said he was going to. Before the game even started, when I seen, I said he was probably going to score 70 tonight. I don't know what made me say that. And my friends was with me, and they was like, okay. So when he got to like 70, I was like, well, he might as well go for 80 now. So I mean, I'm a fan of the game, and to see that performance was unbelievable.
Rhythm there. What were you thinking as the ball left your hands?
You know, Drake, my finger to the eye, I was literally seeing three rims out there. So I just shot at the middle one, and I was able to, with the grace of the man above, I was able to knock it down.
When in doubt.
One coach, and he used to say, put yourself in situations where you're not comfortable.
Oh
Play
yeah,
outside
that's my
of your
favorite
comfort
saying.
zone.
Holding the autobiography of Malcolm X along with Alex Haley. I don't know how far you are into the book, but what's your biggest takeaway so far?
I kind of just started a couple days ago. Very smart man. His words in the 60s and what was going on is actually what's going on today still. Why we're the number 6?
Yo, get your man, B. All right. So, in closing, Fat Joe absolutely got the title right now. Is LeBron top 5? Because he does it a lot. And I don't even know if I just think that LeBron is doing it on some 1000%. I am a wholehearted liar. It might be because of how well media trained he is. I'm trying to give him a little bit of an out. So media trained that he's just always looking to say the right thing or what people will like him for, not damage his brand, say something good. Is that it? Is that some of it? That's all I could give you, homie.